There's something called transactional leadership, and there's something called transformation leadership. So transactional leadership, I call it transactional, maybe people may call it technical leadership. There are two tracks in most leadership, right? You're either a technical person or you're actually a very much into business and management. But the Institute of Systems Science itself is actually focused on IT. We are not competing with any business school. Our niche is actually in IT and IT leadership. So as a result, whoever come through us, we basically want to ensure that you will be a change agent when you leave. So it could be a change agent in technology front, and it could be a change agent in IT management front. So these are the way that we are targeting at the so-called leadership training. It's all about management. You have a good manager, you can manage the department well. You have a very good dean, you will manage the whole faculty well. You have a good president, that the whole school will be, change, transform accordingly. So that's at the end of the day, it's about leadership, management. Yeah. So the theories are all there, you have to have T-shape, you have to do research, you have to combine research with business, you must have a good teaching methods, but what I'm trying to say is the choice of lecturers, the ability to influence the way they behave. That, I think, may be under low. Why? University people are normally very respectful for one another, because each of us are gurus, You don't step on my toe, I don't step on your toe. And has been the culture for many universities. So therefore, that part we need to change. Perceive that universities are a little bit disjoint with the real world, away from the business world. And therefore, I think this problem has been acknowledged by most of the universities, and they are already started doing this. A typical one would be a lot of internship, that forcing the students have to work in the industry for a long period of time, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and this is very common now in the university curriculum, that they have to be practice oriented, they have to address real-world problems, facing real-world problems, and apply their knowledge. The other one is the research itself that will help people to be emphasizing more on applied research. But overemphasis is wrong. Imagine the whole world, all the university apply research, and there will be no more real science invention. It will be another sorrow story for humans. So therefore, things cannot be extreme. There should be people doing pure science. Who cares about business? It's the conviction and passion for a particular science that you have, and then have invention from that science, rather than worry about how to apply it. So let the people who are good in doing invention, do invention. Let the people who are good in doing innovation, do innovation. Don't force them, and identify their individual skill set. So I think universities should really, in short, groom individuals to their best capability, but addressing some specific business, the real world problems. That is very fundamental, and I don't think we are overly wrong. To a certain degree, you can argue the industry sometimes could be overly demanding. They expect, whoever are hired should be on the job and running. And yes, the university may want to try. If you're overly doing it, you will lose out in your invention part. You become too down to earth, too practical. There is something one has to balance. Now, how to balance it? It's going to be depending on the dean, depending on the curriculum designer, and often depending on individual lecturers.